Recently, in response to one of my videos, a gentleman said, can you please tell me how to handle fear? How do I deal with fear? Or how do I conquer fear? You know, I've always said that no one regrets being a brave man. Everyone regrets being afraid. Now, does it mean that we will never be afraid? Yeah, there's times that we're afraid. But how do we conquer? How do we create a mindset that eventually that allows us to conquer fear? Because fear can be conquered. You know, I guarantee you, I laid in the floor of a Panamanian jail being beat to death day in and day out, knowing I was going to die. And I can tell you this, I had no fear. You know why I didn't have no fear? Because throughout my life and throughout my years, I developed a mindset that tells me, don't focus on what you don't have, focus on what you got. Don't focus on your weakness, but focus on your strength. What is there to fear then? You know, the ultimate, I guess, question about fear is death. Someone can say they're going to kill you. And then you say, are you afraid? You know, I can tell you that if someone tells me right now, points a gun at me, tells me that he's going to kill me, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid one bit. Just the same way that the Panamanians kept telling me as they torture us, tell the DEA what they want to hear. Tell them because they're going to kill you. We're going to kill you. And I'm like, you can only kill my body. You can't kill my spirit, my soul. And what good is my body if you defeat my spirit? What good is my body? What good is it for me to live in constant agony that I broke? That I allowed them to torture me to the point that I told on people, that I hurt people, that I didn't take it like a man. Live with the rest of my life with that fear of when would someone tell my children that their father was not a man? See? So as I focus on not ever allowing that to happen, as I develop my mindset to live in a certain way that no one could point a finger at one of my children and say, your father is not a man. That they can say, your dad is loud. He's obnoxious. He's a pain in the butt. He's everything you want to say about him. But they can never say he was not a man. Everyone that's known me all my life will tell you that I've been a man. I've stood the test of time. 10 years in prison, tortures, falling off an airplane. Never hurt anyone. You know. So when people tell me, well, how is it that you really don't have any fear, that you've never been afraid? I say, I don't know if I've never been afraid. I don't know, as a young kid, I don't have a lot of those memories. Perhaps I was afraid I'd never see my mom at that airport in Cuba when she was left behind and we came to the United States by ourselves. Perhaps I was afraid then. But as long as my adult life and conscious life, I have not been afraid. Why? Because I have worked really, really hard on developing a mindset that strictly focuses on my strength. Focuses on things like telling myself, no matter how bad things get in life, this too will pass. No matter how dark things get, I will not doubt in darkness what God revealed to me in the light. So it's not a matter of choosing to be afraid or not being afraid. It's a matter of creating a mindset that doesn't focus on your weakness, but constantly develops your strength. Believe that you can overcome anything. Because at the end of the day, if you believe you can overcome anything in life and you do not overcome it, you lost nothing. But if you live believing you're not going to overcome anything in life, you're going to live in misery. You're going to live a defeated life. So, it doesn't matter what life gives you. It doesn't matter what ball it throws at you. It just matters how you look at that ball and how you're going to hit it. You know? So when I was told I had a heart defect that I could die, was I afraid? No, not one bit. Why? I didn't focus on the fact I was going to die because guess what? That's no news. I knew that I was going to die. We all know we're going to die. When? Only God knows. I mean, my heart defect said that I should have died by the age of 30. I'm 66. How long do I want to die? No. How long am I going to live? I have no idea. Neither does anyone in this earth. Only God knows our days. For me, as a person of faith. And if you're not a person of faith, then there's only one guarantee. You will die. We all will die. But is not how we die, but how do we live prior to dying that matters in life. Do we go through life being afraid of everything, of failure, of not making it, of losing my marriage, losing my kids? No, there's no way to go through life. Instead, change your mindset. It doesn't matter what you see, how you see, what you see in front of you is through what lens are you seeing. I don't want to lose my children. That will be the most painful thing a human being goes through. And I pray every day, God, before you take my children, take me. But if that happens, I'm not going to look at it as the end of the world. I'm going to look at it that my children are in a better place. And I will see them again. Now, do I want that to ever happen? God knows I do not ever want that to happen. I've been through so much pain in my life, I don't want to experience what that pain even feels like. But what really, really matters is how I live. So when we wonder, how do we conquer fear? The question really is, how do you want to live? It's not whether how you conquer fear or how you become brave or how you become or live as a coward. No, it's how do you want to live? Do you want to live in defeat or in victory? See, mindset is not something that we're born with. It's something that we develop. That's why I created the NarcoMindset Academy, to share with you the principles that I've given my children and the principles I live with. Creating an empire at the age of 21 and then building a multi-million-dollar company at the age of 45 with a label that says twice convicted drug dealer, don't hire me. See, when I left out of prison, 40, did I focus on the fact that, oh my God, I've lost everything? 5 years earlier, 10 years, I was a multi-millionaire. I don't have no money now. I don't have enough money to eat. How am I going to live? How am I going to pay child support? How? I don't ask all those questions. How will take care of itself? I tell myself, what do I need to do now to be better? What do I need to do now to help feed my family? What do I need to do now so I can afford child support? For me, it was going back to school and being on full scholarship and living off the student loans. That's how I did it. For me, it was looking at the time that I was in prison and not saying to myself, I'm going to sleep 12 hours so I can sleep half of my sentence away. No, it was telling myself, if I sleep half of my sentence away, I slept half of my life away. So therefore, I'm going to get up as early as I always get up, at 5 o'clock. Because I was told by my godfather one day, all great deals were made before 9 o'clock. And if you get up at 5 o'clock, at 6 o'clock, at 7 o'clock, there's someone that got up at 5 and 6 o'clock, an hour before you, trying to be better than you. It's not how do we handle fear? How do we overcome fear? No, it's how do we want to live? That's the question. And to know that you have the power within you to live that life. You have the power with you. It's not something that is genetically that you were born with, that you're a genius or not a genius. No, a mindset is something that we develop, that we have the ability every day to get better. How? You read. You listen to people that have succeeded in life. You do your work. You put in your time. You sacrifice. You work hard. Then you start changing your vocabulary and your belief system. And you no longer focus on your weakness. You start focusing on your strength. And you develop those strengths. And you start focusing that now you look at the world different. The glass is no longer half empty. Now it's half full. There's no such thing anymore as the word, I can't do that. But now your new word is, how can I do that? What must I do? There's no such thing as, look how much better than me he is. No. How can I, and what do I need to do to be better than him or she or her? That's how you handle fear. You don't handle fear. You just eliminate a word from your vocabulary. You don't focus on your weaknesses no longer, but you begin to focus on your strength. And it's like going to the gym every day and you pump weights. And the harder you pump and the longer you pump and the more time you pump, your muscles grow and they become bigger. That's your mindset. The longer that you work at it, the harder you work on it, the more you develop it. That's how you become stronger. The great news is that every single one of us has the ability, the innate ability. We're born with that ability to create the ultimate mindset. The question is, do you want it bad enough or not? You know, do you want to cry, feel sorry for yourself and pity yourself and tell yourself that you're a failure? that you'll never be anything in life? No, don't do that. You got the power within you to tell yourself that you are not defined by your past. You can reinvent yourself. No matter what bad you've done in life, there's a God that forgives. You can become better. The end of your story doesn't have to be how it began. The end of your story can be one of where you developed such a strong mindset that is one of victory. It's one of great achievements and success. Listen, we don't measure success because we become Bill Gates or Elon Musk or any of them people. No, we can become successful when we reach the point in our lives that we feel that we're giving it the most that we can to what we have decided to do, and that we're content where we're at. That's when we become an enormous success. See, success is not measured how much money you have in the bank or not. I can promise you, I know so many multimillionaires that are failures. They live a horrible life. They're drug addicts, addicted to pornography, adultery, on and on and on and on. I know some multimillionaires that have taken their lives because they felt they were so miserable. See, money, the amount of money, does not define the person you are and the person that you can become. That's only defined by your mindset. Remember, no one regrets ever being brave, but everyone regrets having been a coward. Afraid, coward, pretty much the same thing. Don't let the mindset that you have now define who you will become. Work hard at it. Study. Study those people that have succeeded in life. Study those people that have come from ashes. Study those people that have done great moral achievements. Don't worry about being Bill Gates or being the handful of those people. You know, be part of those people that make a difference in the world. Listen, one day, today, my children don't know who the Mellons, they don't know who the Vanderbilts are, but they know who Mother Teresa is. Isn't that funny? Those people achieve great, enormous financial success. It's a big difference between being a success and achieving financial success. Mother Teresa never achieved any financial success, but she was one of the greatest successful human beings in life that history remembers. Everyone remembers her. So strive to be like her. Make a difference in the world. Work on your mindset. Take the focus away from what you don't have and focus on what you got. If you got 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes, 2 ears, you are so much more blessed than a lot of other people that do not. If you can go to the bathroom, a tedious task, without a bag, imagine what a blessing that is. So build the ultimate mindset and you will conquer fear. Be blessed.